So, unlike before, you just go out to your friends and start talking to them on the road. But now we use so many ways to communicate. So children need to be able to do that. And the last is to collaborate. What's going to happen increasingly in the world, and you see it, is that we're not going to be only referring to where we are to solve problems. So you feel like there's some organizations where one part is working remotely, one guy is somewhere, and they're all coming together. That ability to do that is increasingly more important. So during COVID, we didn't solve our problems with only the people within our locality. Even now, everything that we are doing, so we're doing on iBrandTV. This is in Lagos, Nigeria, but I can bet you people in every part of the continent are watching it, even in the world, because what has happened is technology. You're only amazed people outside the country that know so much of what's happening, because they keep abreast in all those things. And how do this collaboration? Even to get iBrandTV on other pay TV, it's collaboration. People realize now we can no longer be an island. You have people that have different needs in those part of the world, and the answer is in another part of the world. So collaboration becomes so key, and your children must learn how to do this. There's no answer is now restricted to the nation. That's why people are coming to poach. So
how aware are the parents of today about this changing world of work? Because it's one thing to know that yes, these children have to be brought up to speed on the changing world of work. You have to expose them to all of this. How aware are we educating these parents to let them know that this is the new phase of work and these children have to be prepared for it?
Well, to be honest, most parents are not aware. Most parents are just like, my parents just sent me to school and that was it. Paid school fees. That was it. They're not aware.
Many parents, sorry to bother, would even tell the teachers of their students, don't give them homework because I've paid their school fees, so don't give me more work to do.
So there's so many issues. That's the sad thing. And I think there are a lot of companies in the educational space, especially educational technology, that are trying to address, little bits of the issues. Some people are really promoting coding, people are promoting robotics. And in promoting these things, they're really just trying to say, expose your children. That's really what it is. Let them try. I'm not saying everybody that learns to code will become a coder. They might really not be interested in the future. But let's even start by exposing them to the skills of the future. Expose them to creating content, on YouTube, for instance, because that ability to create content will continue to be valuable. That's what we're doing right now. People will continue to consume content. The format in which it will appear, we don't know. So we're doing it, before it was only TV and newspaper. When I was young, wait for my father to go and buy newspaper, and then we went to there was no, it was only TV or newspaper. Now we have so many other expressions. So I think what's important is that parents need to be educated. If you don't do that, by the time your child comes out, he'll be obsolete. He'll be a dinosaur like you. So they need to be exposed. They need to go for conferences. They need to attend events that would help them, expose them to those kind of things. There's a STEM Fall Fest that is coming up, and it's really about talking about the future of work. The future of work for your children. Expose them. There are going to be opportunities for children to learn coding. There are going to be opportunities to learn about robotics, 3D printing. Who knew that we can one day print this in our houses? Just put the 3D printer and put something inside. A part in your house is missing. Instead of going to buy things, you just take the spot part, put in your 3D printer, and it comes out. So many things are happening, but start with exposing them. Because the more you expose them, the more they're able to think, the more they're able to plan. A lot of things that are helping us today is all those futuristic science things that they allow you to think. That's exposure. It's the same thing when people travel abroad. What's the difference? Is that you're suddenly exposed to the possibilities, and I think that's really the key message to parents. It's not really about maths, English, and science anymore. Expose them to so many things. There's a lot happening. There's robotics happening. There's coding happening. Do you understand? There's using Lego blocks. There's artificial intelligence. You should not say you don't know this thing.
So perhaps we should begin to think of infusing all of this in our educational syllabus and the curriculum for from primary, secondary to tertiary institutions, so that it's not just a new or something that you have to take them outside the school walls to learn, so that from the school walls they are already exposed to all of these things.
Yes, I mean, whose
responsibility is it? The Ministry of Education or the federal government?
I think it's both. Every party, let's not do things as one person against the other. So there are steps to try and infuse STEM into education, even financial literacy, about making money early, both from primary, secondary, to all the way to tertiary. Has it been done 100%? Not yet. But there are strides. I think some private schools are ahead of others because they are proactive and already implementing it, but some are not. But the government currently looking into it, so they have started various initiatives. I think what we just need it to be is to be more, you know, so that everybody, whether you're in a public school, whether you're in a private school, you get exposed to science, technology, engineering, you get exposed to STEM, you get exposed to all these things. You get exposed to financial literacy, about making money, entrepreneurship. You don't wait to when, like me, is to be left school, you knew about money. So there is a push, and I think we should need to continue to force government and all parties, even private sector, to be involved, because in the end, the labor force that they need, if we don't, nobody gets it right, they don't have it. So everybody needs to put hands on the table.
So talk to us about STEAM Fun Fest 22. What's it about?
Okay, thank you. So the STEAM Fun Fest is really that. It's really just trying to gather all the things that we want people and parents to be exposed to and put it in one place. So we're saying, you know, parents come and learn about robotics, come and learn about coding, come and learn about...
So it's about the parents?
It's both. So there are actually sections for the parents, master classes for the parents and for the children. Okay. There'll be classes, free classes, everything is, you know, it's free. Just free entrance, come and learn, come and be exposed. Let the children also come and learn about robotics. There's a class for coding, there's a class for robotics, there's a class for animations, graphics design, you know, and various vendors are going to be there as well, all exposing the children to these things so that they can at least see and say, okay, wow, I can do this thing. And you know, the beauty about a lot of things is that beyond those things, people can then go online and continue learn. It's just to light the fire. That's really what we want. We want to just light the fire. Let the fire burn down in a sense.
I think it's a great initiative, really. What will be the venue, the dates? You said it's free, so people can... Is there like a website where they have to register online to be able to, you know, get access to the venue, or how is it going to go?
So it's happening on the 23rd. That's Saturday, 20th of July. That's next month. It's a landmark center.
Oh,
okay, yes.
That's well known.
That's well known.
It's a well-known venue.
Yes, it's a landmark center, and all they just have to do is to go and register. So stemformfest.nigeriakids.com and register for your school, register for your children, register for your neighbor.
Quite impressive. So it's not just individuals. Schools
can come as well. I think for me, it's to try and reach as many people. We need this for development of this nation. We need people that already can solve the problems. And we don't want them to be poached away and go and solve the problem somewhere. We have so many problems here in Nigeria, but that's what problem solving schools are all about. Let's solve them. And you find that if you look at people that have solved some of our problems, you can see how they've just exploded. Because when there's plenty problems, that means there's plenty money to be made.
But what's the catch? The fact that it's absolutely free, because of my business mindset, I'm thinking, what's the catch here? People are coming, you're going to be giving out so much in terms of education and enlightenment, but what's the catch for you?
Is there really any catch? I think we have to thank the sponsors that will be paying for it, who have also bought into the idea. And like I said, the business world realizes that they need the children starting early. Most children drop out of any of these things by the time they're in junior secondary. So if you catch them early, if you catch them anywhere, they already have a mindset where they see the opportunities, and they don't look at it as difficult. You know, it's like if you are not hot, don't do maths and science. But it's not true. Now you're dealing with money. I realize, oh boy, I should have just learned that simple interest when I was in school. So the theme for the event is from the classroom to the real world. So it's really about exposing to the real world, what the real world is all about. Even part of what we have is e-sport. My son has told me, you know, in those days, people wanted to be footballers. But my son now wants to do the combination. He wants to be a FIFA something e-sport champion. How old is he? He's now 11. That's what so he told me that when he's 15, he will leave normal secondary school to go to, and I'm looking at him. You know, the African mother I knew, they'll be like, but I realized that, you know, the world has changed.
That gamers who do that for a living.
Yes,
they just play game.
That's what it is. That is what it is, like the way football was to our parents in our time. So I'm like, okay, let's explore the opportunities that are there.
So what informed the age group, 6 to 15 years?
6 to 15 years, mainly because I feel that's where the foundation is. By the time you're 16, you're a lot of your
passions,
a lot of your interests are already formed. It's harder, but the fundamental age, at the foundational age, which is 5 and 6, you're very interested in learning anything. If you call your child within that age and say, "Oh, do you want to try driving this car?" He won't even think. But if you call me and sit down like, "What if I hit the car?" Whatever, So that's the age in which they're
formative.
They're very the formative age. They're very open, and that's really what we want. We just want to, like I said, ignite an interest that they had not had before. Expose them to the opportunities. Expose schools so that schools can also explore the opportunities to say, you know what, yeah, this makes sense. Let's try and get it. It's not as bad. It's not as expensive as we thought. This is something that we can.
And I really hope that you said it's for children and parents alike, and schools can always register. I hope schools can also register their teachers, so that teachers can also learn some of these skills to be able to teach the children, because we've talked about our educational curriculum being changed to meet up with the ever-changing world, but we also need the teachers as well to impart the knowledge on students to also be updated about the skills. So I really hope schools can also register their teachers.
Definitely, everybody can come. Honestly, everybody can come and learn. Even we're all still learning. There's something that you would learn, you be like, wow. I have this motto that if there's anything you want, there's an app for it, or someone is doing it somewhere. And before that, if you can't say you have this problem, just type it. You see someone go to get the answers. Someone will tell you, I tried this and then I didn't do this. Is what I did. So that's the world. It's no longer limited to the classroom. You need to keep remembering your child can learn anything, anywhere beyond their teacher. But the teachers should come, so because they can help guide. They might not have all the answers. Like on those days, the teacher had all the answers. Now, you were saying someone I saw ask me, I said, Mimi doesn't know, but let's check Google. So that thing that you can learn anything, and it's not restricted to what I know or what your teacher know or what your school is doing, is really what we want to.
So what are your expectations at the end of this program?
Okay, I think my expectation is that by the time the program is over, some children are like, wow, I'm going to learn to build an app. Wow, this man said this is how he built his company and he's doing this. So I'm not going to be that thing again. I can do this. This is what I like. Oh, wow. I know how to draw, and you mean I can actually be designing things for people from books, because the illustration is part of it.
Yes.
Wow, and from my house. I don't even have to go to the office. So I want children's minds to be blown on the opportunities available, on the future of work. I want parents to be like, wow, okay, so my son said he didn't want to read engineering. Okay, it's fine. These are now the opportunities that are available. And these are people actually making billions in them. I want schools to be blown and say, wow, there's something we're not doing right.
So does this mean you have a team of people working with you who can expose these kids to all of these opportunities, who have the knowledge of artificial intelligence and all of that?
Yes. So it's a collaboration. It's not something we are doing alone. So all the various vendors, edtech companies are coming together. It's the same thing with people from the business world. So we're having people from Meta come to speak. We're having people from arts. Wherever it is, so there's health, there's art, there's agri-tech, fintech. Everybody's coming together and saying what are the opportunities, what's happening now. This is how we built our businesses. These are the opportunities that are available. So the children can wow, it's not just engineering and medicine.
Let me ask, because I'm sure that those at home watching and are wondering, is this just going to be like a one-off? Are there going to be subsequent additions of the training or the program itself? Then aside that, can this be taken to other parts of the nation? Because it's not only Lagos children that you need especially other states that are seemingly inferior to the well-advanced states like your Lagos,
the rural areas,
your rural areas. Can we get them there? Maybe not the rural areas in that sense, but at least in each state, can we have this kind of program there?
So many people have asked. So this is the second year. Last year was when we started. Last year we did it virtually. We had over 1,000 children, 1,300 children attend. We were in shock. And they were so excited. One child said, oh my goodness, so you mean I can invent a robot? Mommy, that housework, so that's what you want. You just want to spark something. So this is our second year of doing it. And we are going to stream live so that people from all over the country can watch it. And we hope to keep doing this. And I really hope we can take it, you know, across the other states. We had a lot of people in Abuja they say, why aren't you coming to? When are you going to come to? But this year they can watch it being like.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.